Hello, bonjour Alberta. Did you know that at least 238,000 people speak Français in Alberta? And those numbers just keep on growing? Oui, oui, c'est vrai, it's true. And thanks to Shaw TV Community Access Programming, we get to reach out to everyone to let you know all about special people, places, events, and activities happening right here in this great province, in both English and en français. That's right, mes amis. We begin the first part of our program in English, and then we repeat it en français. So stay with us. Restez à l'écoute.
Bienvenue and welcome to 2016 and our 10th season of Hello Bonjour Alberta. In this episode, we're talking to a couple of the main organizers or representatives of the organizers for the Sugar Festival or Festival des Sucres, which is taking place in Calgary this winter still, in March. I have Barb Munro from Heritage Park.
Hello.
Welcome, Barb.
Thank you.
And Nicole Buret of la CFA, the Francophone Association branch here in Calgary. Yes, welcome.
Bonsoir.
Too.
Hello.
Let's start by learning a little bit more about both of you. Let's start with you, Barb.
Okay.
Can you tell me, where you were born, what your background is, how you came to Calgary, how you came to be involved with Heritage Park?
Sure. Well, I'm a born and raised Calgarian.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if there's too many of us left out there, but born and raised Calgarian, left for a few years. Started in media, actually, so I used to work on the other side of a camera. I was a television producer. And as a born and raised Calgarian, spent a lot of my time growing up in the city at Heritage Park. I attended Sam Livingston School. We did a lot of field trips at the park. Once I grew up and had my own children, that's where I brought them. And I've just always had a love for history and preserving our history here in Calgary, which we're getting better at. But for a while there, we weren't so good at. And I just really felt the calling to go to Heritage Park and sort of use my media background to get into my position where I am now. And I am the media relations and public relations and communications specialist at the park.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're doing interviews like this all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for that. And Nicole Buret, you have a little bit more of a far-flung background.
Yes, a little bit. I was born in Switzerland. And I came many, many years ago. Actually, this year will be my 35th year since I came to Calgary. So this is home. It's definitely home, Calgary and Alberta. And I've lived also in Australia for a couple times. We lived down there, we left down there, and our daughter was born in Australia. Our son was born in Calgary. And we lived in Costa Rica as well.
Also, okay.
So a lot of travel, and the whole family loves to travel. Our son lives in Switzerland now again. And we're here, and I really like Heritage Park as well. My daughter has worked there now for 3 years, and so it's a natural tie.
It is one of the jewels of the city, isn't it?
It is.
Heritage Park.
It is.
What is your background, Nicole, that you traveled around like that? And
my background did get me to come here. I'm a cabinet maker by trade.
Oh, really?
So that's how I came to Calgary to work. Yeah.
It's interesting because I know
construction.
you much more as a community leader. You have quite the knack for it.
Yeah, thank you, yes.
Okay, so let's talk about le Festival des Sucres. What is the official English name for it?
It's a maple festival des sucres. So we have the English first, Festival and des sucres at the end.
So maple Festival des Sucres, because of course the sugars, les sucres, that we're talking about is maple sugar.
Yes.
In a great case. So it is a kind of a traditional Francophone activity, but it's now a sort of a mass party in the city, isn't it?
I think it's very the French-Canadian heritage that we are celebrating here. I think from east to west. Yes, it's maple sugar, but it's a lot of, it's a typical meal, and there's typical games outside and inside the tent, and we're going to have music and shows. And
well, let's start with when it is.
It starts on Saturday, March the 5th and Sunday, March the 6th.
Okay.
From 10 to 4 on both days and most likely longer on Saturday. And maybe we'll talk about that a bit later.
Okay, so daylight hours. And
Yes.
this year, this is the first year that it's at Heritage Park, is it?
Yes.
Well, that must be exciting.
It is.
We're excited to have it.
Yeah?
We're very excited
Yeah.
to host it.
Yeah.
So, but Heritage Park is normally closed in the winter, is it not?
Well, our historical village is mostly closed. We are open for school programs. We do a Sunday brunch in the Wainwright Hotel. We are open for meetings and those types of things.
And Gasoline Alley is open.
Yeah, Gasoline
year-round.
Alley
Yeah.
Museum is open year-round, and we're actually opening a new motorcycle exhibit, which will be open when the Maple Festival is happening. So for guests coming in who have a ticket, we will be offering them a 50% discount into Gasoline Alley Museum to see the cars and the motorcycles, and so it's a little extra perk there as well.
And are the tickets a separate ticket for each day? Is that how
Yes,
that works?
that's what it
Okay.
is, and everything is on our website. And through the Heritage website, Heritage Park website, you also can link to us. And through the ACFA website, you also find us. So CalgaryMapleFest.com. And we would like to encourage everybody to pre-buy their meal tickets, especially, so we can order the right amount of meals, and we can make sure that nobody runs out of food. It's going to run between 11 and 2 in the big celebration tent. And so please buy your tickets in advance, go online, and the incentive also is it's cheaper to buy it in advance than at the door.
There's a discount.
There's a discount.
Attractive discount.
And I think
there.
the lineup will be slightly shorter if you already have a ticket than if you don't.
then
So
you have
that's
to- then you have
another
to buy it
advantage to
and
buy it
that
in
aspect.
advance.
Okay, so what kind of food are we talking about here?
Do you want to talk about it, or should I?
Well, you can talk about the meal, and I can talk about some of the other things.
All right. So the food is a traditional Sugar Shack food. It's going to be eggs, potatoes, ham, and maple syrup.
Okay, so and I guess the maple syrup's in
It's-
everything,
Yes,
pretty much.
I think it's in everything.
Key. Yeah.
So a
Yes.
chance to really,
So
really
this
play
is
your,
a-
your
yes.
sweet tooth.
So this is the meal between 11 and 2. This is a meal that you can pre-buy, but you could also buy it at the door, buy a meal ticket at the door. And if we're running out of meals, and also maybe during the day, you'll need to buy some more food, Heritage Park has generously open a few more outlets.
Yeah, so we will have, there are Midway Treatery open as well. So we should probably talk about how there's 2 ticket prices. So you
Yes.
can buy a ticket which includes this meal and your access into the festival, or you can just buy access into the festival. So if you're not looking to have the meal, you can come in.
Or come
and
too late.
Yeah, or you come too late, you can come in and you can
Okay.
enjoy all the activities that are happening. We will have the Midway Treatery open, and as well out front of the park gates we have the Railway Cafe open, so you can pick up a sandwich, a bowl of soup or something, even bring it in with you. And we have the Selkirk Grill restaurant as well, which is open for dinner and lunch. So even after the festival, if you'd like, you can come in, sit down, have a nice glass of wine, a nice meal, kind of relax and make a great day out of it.
Make it great, and then perhaps even an evening.
Yes.
From the sounds
Yes,
of it, a nice
yeah,
day there.
yes.
Looking forward to the spring.
Yeah,
So what
for
else
sure.
goes on? So there's the meal in the big tent.
So there is a major tent where we're going to have everything. We're going to have different shows, and if I need to take my notes, but we'll have groups like Trad Badour, Trio Gervais, Les Raquettes à Claquettes, Folklophonie, André Varin, La Voix des Rocheuses, Prairie Mountain Fiddlers, et nous allons avoir Cristal Plamondon. Cristal Plamondon, c'est une chanteuse bilingue qui is coming from Plamondon, and so
From
she's
Plamondon,
gonna,
Alberta,
From Plamondon,
yes,
Alberta.
yeah.
So she's going to be singing in French and in English, and she's going to have a little bit of a show during the day for everybody, and we're going to have a big show at the end of the day as
A bit
well.
more at the end of the day.
Yes, and we also have 2 big shows for the kids at most likely around 3 o'clock, and one day we have Madame Diva, and then the other we have Rob Leonard, who's from Calgary
we've
as
had
well.
Rob Leonard on the show
Yes,
too. He's
yes.
at the Heritage Ranch.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
So he's
okay.
going to be there both days, and then we have dancers as well from La Girandole and from Calgary Métis dances, and Mountain View Métis dances as well, and Create. And we also have
Okay.
artisans that are going to be in the tents, and we also have painters that are going to be in the tent painting during the 2 days as well. So lots of things happening inside the tent.
Wagon rides?
Sorry?
Wagon rides?
And outside the tents, we'll have the traditional wagon rides.
All
And
right.
we'll also have the lumberjacks from Vancouver coming in for the show outside.
So a sort of a lumberjack demonstration of skills, that sort of thing?
Yes, so it's going to be very the
Okay, so there's
traditional.
really quite a
in between.
lot to see.
Yes.
And
we have la tire.
oh yes,
Absolutely.
got to remember, let's see,
Yes, the maple toffee on the
maple
snow.
toffee on
That
the
is
snow.
what I'm excited for. Yes.
Oh wow,
Yes.
wow.
I'm not gonna
yes.
lie.
And
That's
it
always
is
fun.
La Famille Voyer that is going to be there. So
They've been
traditional
doing
from
that
Calgary.
for 30 years
Absolutely,
in
yes,
Calgary at
yes.
least.
Yes, so they're going to be there for both days, and I think it's very exciting what we have planned.
Yeah, I
there.
think it's going to be a great event, and for everybody. You know, this is a great way for people.
Very much a family event. I
Yeah,
take it
yes.
then,
And to
yes.
have an understanding of those French Canadian roots, right, and that history,
And I think we're going to offer a little bit of challenge to teams. We have a big rope and the pulling of the ropes,
so
and we're looking to find teams to pull each other. So the SCFR will have a team, and I hope Heritage Park's going to have a team, and then we can compete with other associations, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
So if someone's interested in bringing a team, how do
Absolutely.
they contact you? How do they just
They
show up
can-
with a team?
Yeah, just show up with the team, but we'll have details also on our website closer to the event. I think the big thing is starting in February, really go to the website often, and you'll have a lot of updates about the programmation, which show is going to happen, and so yeah, and about the food.
Right. Well, it sounds like you've got a huge age range of interest here. I mean, families, right
yes.
from the very young to
And
to
inside we'll
older
also have
people.
a corner for the very tiny kids. So
Okay, so
Yes.
there's activities and places for all of them
For all of
to
us,
see something,
yes.
and at the same time, they'll get to see and hear.
and we'll have some ice sculpture
that's-
as well, actually, by the entrance. So it's going to be
So
very entertaining. As soon as you get into the square, the stores are going to be open,
yes, the stores will be open. Yep.
Okay,
and they're going to
the
have a
Heritage
bit of
Square.
a festival flavor in the stores.
Yes, and we will have festival flavor as well in our restaurants. So, carrying that whole theme throughout the park.
The whole theme through.
So we'll all have a sweet tooth by the end
Yeah.
of the.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
be maple syruped out.
That's
Oh,
right.
yes.
And also, I would like to invite everyone that is interested to be there at 10 o'clock on Saturday. We're going to have our official opening ceremonies right there at the square at the entrance of the park.
Oh, okay, and then everybody comes in. Can you speak a bit about accessibility? Because of course it's big, Heritage Park. People of limited mobility can get to the site.
Yeah,
fairly
you
easily?
bet. It is wheelchair accessible. We do have free parking at the park, so that's quite
Big
nice.
parking.
Quite a bit of
Lots
it,
of parking. We're on a bus line, so we're very easily accessible. Hey, it's March. It could be beautiful and sunny out. You could ride your bike to the park. We're on the bike path. You know, easy to get in and easy to get out, and wheelchair accessible, and yeah. And we
And-
just need to hope for good weather.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
and good weather, and it helps if there's a lot of people there too, because it contributes to the feeling of the event.
Yes, well, I think you can see how excited we are, and we'll probably have a lot of people coming because of the site. It's a wonderful place to be, and also it could become a really well-known festival at the start of March. It's always held that first weekend in March.
It's been held
So
many
it-
years in the past.
Yes,
I
and it
know,
always
yes.
opens the 2 weeks of the Francophonie events in Calgary and
Right.
everywhere in Alberta.
Yes, that's right. Les rendezvous
Les
de la
rendezvous de la
francophonie.
francophonie,
It's,
yeah.
it's the start of all of that.
That's
Well,
right.
thank you very much, ladies, for joining us. That's very interesting, and
Thank
I'm
you, Mark.
hoping a lot of our viewers and listeners will take
Yes.
advantage of that
Yes, please
as a
come.
way to get us all out of the winter
Yes.
and feed our sweet tooth at the same time.
Yep.
So we've
Okay.
had Barb Munro and Nicole Buret talking to us about the Maple Festival des Sucres in March 5th and 6th of 2016. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
And
Mark.
viewers, please stay with us. On continue en français.